It's a national drill that takes place each October 17th as part of the public awareness to get people to understand the process of protecting themselves in the event of an earthquake. We have a little over 24 million people participating today. When you say earthquake, most people think California or Alaska. They don't think the central eastern U.S. So for us, it's really important that we begin teaching the proper steps to protect yourself in an earthquake, because we're not used to seeing the ground move. It's not something that comes natural to feel an earthquake. So we want folks to understand that there are steps they can take to immediately protect themselves.
Earthquake!
When the ground starts shaking or things start moving, that you drop, cover, and hold. You hold on. The idea is you want to protect yourself from things that are falling. That's where our greatest injuries and loss of life come from. It's not the collapsed buildings. It's the things around us coming off the buildings, the brick facades, the bookcases, the lights overhead. So getting under a sturdy piece of furniture and protecting yourself is the best thing you can do.
We practice earthquake drills every month along with our fire drills. As a parent, our first job is to keep our children safe. They won't ever learn anything from you or feel your love if they don't feel safe. They have to be physically safe and psychologically safe. And the more information children have about keeping themselves safe and out of harm's way, the better off they're going to be. And so we think emergency preparedness, so that children are aware of procedure and process and drill, is an extremely important aspect of keeping yourself safe in a time of an emergency, whether it's an earthquake or an intruder or a tornado, which is big in Memphis too. But at some point, Memphis is definitely that New Madrid fault is going to give way and stuff's going to break loose and shake, rattle, and roll. All human beings work better with good information. And the more positive we can be about helping children understand about what the possibilities are and what might happen, when you have that information, the better off you are. So even little children, we do developmentally appropriate activities like you saw today, where the children built a city on an earth rug, and then we shook it a little bit in case it was a 2.5 earthquake, and then we shook it really hard if it was like an 8.8 earthquake.
Because earthquakes only last for a second, and look at the buildings outside of where the earthquake was. See, this was one plate, right? Because not all the plates were shaking, were they? Only some plates. Look, the building by Brooklyn's okay, right? Did Brooklyn's building fall down?
So when children have that experience, they can equate factual information with the reality of what's going on with them.
Schools do make up our largest percentage of participants, followed by government entities and then the private sector. You can go to www.CUSEC.org and click on the Shakeout banner, and that'll take you directly to the Central U.S., which is also a link to the national, if you want to see what's going on nationally. Our number one goal within the CUSEC organization is public awareness and education. We feel like that drives everything we do in our response planning, our mitigation planning. So our website is geared to help provide the best information, really of the consensus, what the science is. We have links to the various earthquake centers, such as the Center for Earthquake Research and Information, so that folks can gain better knowledge of the risk and the hazard and steps to protect themselves. We have the Institute for Business and Home Safety, we have the Federal Alliance for Safe Homes, FEMA, of course, the U.S. Geological Survey, Shelby County Office of Preparedness, University of Memphis, and the Center for Earthquake Research and Information, the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency. That's the majority of them. There's about 8 different organizations that are helping to facilitate this.